you shouldn't be overweight because it's first world problems. Some countries you can't even. But then some countries, if you're skinny, you get shamed. I think that you shouldn't be shamed. Period.
Well, what country do you get shamed for being skinny? Because I want to move there.
For being skinny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably
somewhere Slavic, I'm sure.
Italy.
No.
Yeah,
back in the day.
There's no country where you're shamed for being skinny. Let's be honest. There's zero country in the world where you get shamed for being skinny.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe Antarctica. That's about it.
Maybe medieval times.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No, but I think that they're.
Now what? How do
people even here get skinny shamed? Because it's like, oh, you're bony ass.
Well, this is LA. This is
jealousy though. Because I do that. But I'm like.
No, but you starve yourself too, and you're hardly fat, and you never were.
So the opposite.
Yes. Why do you starve yourself?
Because
what is this, therapy?
I look at food and I gain weight. I mean, I've
no, you don't. You don't.
Honestly, open book here. I've struggled with an eating disorder since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I am fat, and I'm ashamed of myself. Well, let's be honest.
Oh.
No, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I should be. There's no excuse. I shouldn't be skinnier. It's diet and exercise. You lost weight. People lose weight.
You know what it was? It was also, and you guys.
It's all self-control, and I don't have it.
Well, I think it's just. You started. I just got a different I went vegan.
When you were,
now I'm vegetarian, but I mean I eat cheese.
Now, when you were heavier, were you fat shamed?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've gotten called.
Now, define fat shame. What is fat shaming?
Well, like all the fat ass. Look, that's a big ass bitch there. Like I remember getting off the stage a few times when doing comic. Look at her big fat ass, and I'm like, wow, it's awesome. Actually, a friend of mine, it's a really good friend of mine. Kind of when we were in Malaysia, I was a lot heavier, and we got off doing the elephant. When I bathed the elephant. I don't like the Facebook post of me bathing. I was like the happiest day. It was amazing. I'll never forget it. But you're wet, But I had on leggings and a t-shirt, and she took a photo of me from behind.
Right.
I was walking, and it was like, she's like, Nikki, and I was like, I just kind of sunk, I'm like, yeah, my goodness. But I was going through a lot of stuff, and I think it's also with your weight. I feel like I know that I'm totally I don't believe in organized religion. I think it's bullshit. But I do believe in some sense of spirituality. And once you get right with yourself a little bit, because I started, just getting right with me and what I want and who I am. Mm-hmm. And once I did, the weight started falling off.
All right. First off, whoever said that at a comedy show, that's fucking,
And when you get off stage.
Fuck them. I know it's comics trying to be funny or, trying to, whatever. But I've never gone off stage and had somebody say that to me. And I'm way bigger than you are. You were a man, and you're a man. I feel like with women, I feel like it's socially acceptable to be like, oh, look at you. I bet. Why is that? Why is that double
you
standard?
You've never missed a meal, and it's I don't know. I feel like dudes. I feel like it's so much more socially. It's even if the stigma you watch there's off the top of my head something like the King of Queens. It's like.
But I could go the other way, and tell you that my biggest YouTube video exponentially. Hopefully this video will have more views, but this one has 300,000 views. Was me at the BBW Con, the big beautiful women convention. Men love big beautiful women.
No, and my ex, the one that I was with the last time I was on the show, that we were he left me. Well, no, I broke up with him. It was mutual because he's not a very nice person. But the next woman he was with is about 400 pounds, 450.
Good for her. Good for him.
Good for them. But he's really into women.
And I would even say, and I've had this argument with a lot of women that I see heavier women do very well, dating wise, more than heavier men.
Well, they got the confidence.
There's no big beautiful man convention. But here's the thing. Now, speaking of comedy, and I know that there was another post that you posted, this is a while ago, where you said that you were frustrated because you saw Amy Schumer and her stuff was similar to yours.
That was 5 years ago.
I understand. That's why I told you it was a while ago.
No, but not a while ago, 6 months or even 3. That was
No, I remember these things. I have a memory for stupid shit. But the thing, and I'm not saying, and I'm not saying I'm not saying she stole your jokes. She stole a lot of other people's jokes, but she stole that. To me, her whole persona and her whole act, speaking of Janeane Garofalo, was stolen from Janeane Garofalo, who in my mind was never fat. But her whole bit was like, I'm chubby. Nobody thinks I'm hot. And I always thought she was beautiful. And I think she's an underrated comic.
I think she's really underrated.
Well, yes, I mean, I would say probably more than half women comics that I see are doing a riff of what Janeane Garofalo did 20 years ago.
Well, and it's just like, that's why, and you were asking me if I'm doing comedy anymore. I don't know. I'm going to. I'm thinking about it, but I'm restructuring everything because I'm not, because it's like when you have a microphone in front of you, what are you going to say? And I'm tired of being like, oh, I'm a pussy. Oh, I'm drunk. Oh, this dude. I'm just like over that shit. I'm like, everyone does that shit. And I'm more, I feel like I'm more intelligent than that. I think I have more to say. So I'm restructuring what I want to talk about. Because it's like, I don't want people to look at me and be like, oh, this girl is, she's always drunk and she's always making bad decisions. I'm not, I don't want to, I never said I was a role model or I'll ever be one, but I would rather like present something to people that are like, oh wow, she is like a cool chick that, has maybe been through a lot and she came out of it and my story can help someone in a funny way.
Right.
And I don't want to like, I like to take people out of their days that are not good, but at the same time, I don't want to be that person, that's like, vagina times all the time. But even though I was like, I was just writing a joke about how my pussy's on an eat, pray, love situation happening.
Well, that's funny. But women can relate to that, especially at our age when you're in your 30s. But since we're talking about like your post, my favorite post, and I had to repost this was
all right.
When you said, Joey Ramone is what you get when you bury Jim Morrison in the pet cemetery. That was the best ever.
That was a while ago, too.
I was going to say.
Yeah. I don't remember. I
put it on my Instagram, too, and I was like, go follow Nikki Wantz. This is awesome.
And it's kind of like, if you think about it.
Now, wait a second. That's so ugly shaming. That's so ugly shaming. He can't help what he looks like or what he looked like.
Yeah, but he's still
I met Joey Ramone.
I love the Ramones. Hannah hates the Ramones. I love them.
I do hate the Ramones.
She's the one person I know that's heard the Ramones and hates the Ramones.
I do. I can't do the whiny shit.
I
love the Sex Pistols because Johnny has a growl, say like that. But
you know what? When I used to work in Paparazzi, they had a picture of, and now here's fat shaming. Coming back to fat shaming, because he got really big, and I was like Johnny Rotten diet.
Oh no, yeah, Johnny Rotten gained a lot of weight, and they're fat shaming him. They're fat shaming him now, yeah.
Johnny Rotten doesn't give a fuck about anything.
He does not give a fuck.
What the fuck, you mate?
He's still got that tooth missing. He's huge now.
But he's been with the same woman for like 25 years.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
And never had kids.
That's good.
Yeah. I
don't want children.
Now, since you've been skinny, is nobody shaming you anymore? Is that what happened?
I don't know what.
Are people treating you nicer now? Besides us, we loved you no matter what.
You will mean no matter what I am.
Yeah, I love you before and after.
I love you too.
No, because I'll tell you,
Sweet.
And so are people treating you better now?
I guess. I don't know.
They're not shaming you?
Well, I'm not getting shamed. I'm not coming off stage and be like, she's a big old fat. Was she a great big fat person? Was she a great big fat person? But I don't know. I guess.
Okay, because I'll tell you,
I'm not on any of the dating apps, or I'm not, doing anything of that nature. So I'm not getting.
You don't need to.
By the way, did you ever see that I swiped on you on Tinder a couple times?
No.
Yeah, I swiped on you a couple. I guess you swiped left.
I never even saw you.
You swiped left. No, I swiped on Hannah because I wanted her to proofread my Tinder profile.
Which is fine.
Yeah, and it's fine.
But did I like you then?
No,
I don't think I ever saw you though on the Tinder.
No, like the second time I texted you, I'm like, I just swiped you on your Tinder,
and I never saw you.
Yeah. Well, I guess they filtered me out. But I was going to say, I've got the quote as far as fat shaming. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing some VH1 special, and this will transition into Hannah, but Cece DeVille talked about that when he got off drugs, he gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And he said people treat him so much worse than when he was, in his perception, fat. although I'm sure he wasn't that fat, than when he was on drugs.
Oh, damn! That voice should have been shamed.
Okay, wait a second. Now you're voice shaming.
No, I have my own dislike for Cece Deville.
And why Cece Deville is the guitarist for Poison? If people are under 40 years old, don't know.
You know what though? I have.
Now, why do you dislike Cece Deville?
Yeah.
So one night I was coming out of work at the Rainbow. And
Pick up that guitar and talk to me.
And there's this little dude with this big puffball hair walking in front of me. And it's like, whatever, not paying attention. He keeps looking around and turning around at me and just giving me dirty looks like I was stalking him or something. I was just walking to my car.
He wasn't checking you out or anything?
No, he was also some tall, Botox blonde.
Yeah.
So
I love Rock of Love. That was my guilty. I just watched Rock of Love maybe 6 months ago, and I watched all 3 seasons in
I watched
2 weeks
too. Yeah.
And it's such beautiful garbage.
It is. And I actually made friends with a couple of the girls.
I love some of those girls.
Yeah, some of them were really nice. The other ones were really skanky.
Partay.
Yeah, they did.
Well, speaking of party, Stanton LaVey said the notorious Stanton LaVey sends a Hail Hannah for her birthday show. Ryan Talmo, who we talked about before the show, says to you, your sweetheart beyond all means. We met only once, but after that, you were family. Something about nostalgia. Love your friend. Happy birthday, Hannah. Many, many more to come.
Thank you, Ryan.
Cyrus Pym.
Cyrus.
Who swallowed a sword and a light bulb on air. Says, happy womb eviction day, pretty lady. Angie Crumb, one of our favorite comics.
I love her.
She's all 3. Yeah, we need her and you on the show.
I was thinking about that, but I just when I got Nikki, I was like, I think it'll be fine with just Nikki. She says, how awesome. Tell her double the birthday spankings, LOL.
Yeah.
And Lenora Claire.
Oh, she's beautiful.
I like her. I think she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Well, she says that you could she wanted to wish you a happy birthday and tell you that she thinks you're a beautiful ray of sunshine dressed in black.
Oh, thank you so much.
So this is why I want to transition into.
I'm crying.
No, there's more. Anyway, but I wanted to transition into the rainbow stories.
Rainbow stories. Well, first, before we do that, I'm actually having a huge birthday party there on Saturday. So you guys are all welcome to join. Come down, say hi. We're taking over the jukebox.
And if you don't come to my show, go ahead.
If you don't go to Mark's show, or show up after.
Yes. That's true. Yeah, unfortunately. No, go ahead. Yeah. No, but you were saying because you worked at the Rainbow, you were a DJ at the Rainbow. You're always at the Rainbow, and to me, the Rainbow's like a time machine. Mm-hmm. You walk out, and Morgan, you got to go to the Rainbow at least once. Morgan's our engineer, mm-hmm. and because you walk, it's 2019. You walk in, it's 1989. You're in a Skid Row video. Everybody dressed in spandex. I don't know where they get the spandex, but right?
Yeah.
Metal never died.
Well, I don't consider spandex metal. That's like butt rock.
But you've seen spandex at the Rainbow.
Oh, I have seen spandex bent over at the Rainbow.
Right.
It's not pretty.
Covered in vomit.
Covered in vomit. And some shit they're trying to take home. Be like, oops,
now here's the thing about the Rainbow. Now, I've been to the Rainbow many a time, and I've seen the regulars there. I Ron Jeremy, I've seen there, our former guest. I've seen Chuck Zito. I've seen
Deborah Dutch.
By the way, speaking of that, Deborah Dutch... See,
she'll be there.
No, you're setting me up too easy. Deborah Dutch said that I wish her a very happy birthday. With all her dreams coming true, she's beautiful and talented. She's a star. Shine on, bright star throughout this world, near and far. All loves and blessings, Debbie. And that's Debbie Dutch, the star of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee Fights Back from the Grave, and Meat Hook Massacre 5, among other movies.
Thanks, live. I'll see you Saturday.
Yes, but so I've seen all the regulars there, except I never met Lemmy. Everybody said that
I did.
He was always there, but I never met him. Now, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk Lemmy stories? Or do you want Nikki to tell him?
I only have one. She's got.
Yeah.
So I'm still coming out of my shell. I'm very late bloomer. I was always so shy every time I'd see Lemmy. I'd kind of bow my head with my equipment and walk upstairs.
Very submissive.
And, he had a girlfriend who absolutely loved me, and she didn't like anybody, so she'd always give me hugs and kisses and come up on the dance floor and dance around. But he had his last album that he had released years ago. He had autographed and signed, and had his agent bring it up to me, and I had left it there, and someone stole it that I worked with.
Asshole.
Big asshole. But yeah, and you know, every time a fan would come up to him, and there'd be hundreds a night, he was always a gentleman. Always took a photo. He was never an asshole.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed him because I've been there plenty of times.
He was always in the corner. Now I kind of sit in that corner now.
And he would play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,